5 reasons why it's important to start investing in yourself today. So I can remember about maybe like 7 months ago, I went to a conference that I always go to. And this conference was one that was for entrepreneurs. And it was fun. It was entertaining, it was informational, everything that you would want from a conference. Now, I've gone to this conference a few times, and every time I would go, they would give an offer. They would make an offer that was a huge 5-figure investment, so over $10,000. And every time I would hear this offer, I would just dismiss it. I would think, man, there's no way I can invest 10,000 plus into myself. And then one day, so this last time I went, it actually crossed my mind, what if? What if I invested this time into this program? What could come from it? What could I gain from it? What could happen to my business and to my life if I were to actually invest this huge amount of money into myself? So I remember the day they gave the offer. I went and I gave my wife a call, and I just kind of wanted to gauge how she felt about this investment. We just had our son, we just bought our house, so you know things were a little tight, not incredibly tight, but I did a really good job with saving my money and putting money into stocks. So I had some funds that I could access. So I remember after getting off the phone with her, I was like, hey, I think this is the time. I think this is the time. This is the moment for me to actually invest in myself at a level that I've never invested in myself before. And I remember going back to the room, anxiously giving my credit card to the lady and her swiping it. Now, when this happened, I got to tell you, there was a huge sigh of relief. And it may sound crazy. It may sound like, what? Like, why do you feel relief? And the reason why I felt so relief paying for this program was because I made a decision. I knew that there wouldn't be any regret once I joined this program and once I started to implement the strategies that were within this program. But here's another thing too that was interesting. When I paid for this program, everything else that people were offering and selling, they seemed mightily, dare I say, cheap. They seemed cheap because I invested such a high level into myself that my floor has now risen. You wouldn't believe how hard it is for people to invest $100 or $1,000 or dare I say over $10,000 in themselves. It sounds like a lot, but when you have a goal, when you have a vision, it makes things like this seem like another notch in your belt, another step on this path of let's say, fulfillment, another path or a step in terms of your journey of happiness. It just seems like it's something that you're supposed to do. And that's how I felt when I played for this program. It just felt like it was just the next logical step. And right now, things have really turned the corner for me. I find myself sticking with this one program, this one strategy longer than I've stuck with anything else. And I'm starting to see a lot of progress from it. And that's making me really, really excited. And what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about 5 reasons why it's important for you to start investing in yourself today. And this doesn't have to be entrepreneurship wise. This could be for your career. This could be for your body. So if you want to start eating healthy, going to the gym, if you want to start taking better care of yourself by simply going to the doctor or the chiropractor, anything like that, even if you want to start investing in more leisure time, more time within your family, more time within your relationships, this podcast will help you with that. So before I go into step number 1, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So the first reason why it's important for you to start investing in yourself today is because when you start to put money towards yourself, you start to increase your level of self-worth. You start to see yourself as someone that is worthy of this money. Because here's the thing, we tend to put money in areas that we see valuable. A great example of this is the stock market. As I scroll through my Charles Schwab account, so this is where I can invest in stocks, I'm always asking myself, which stocks have the most value? Which stocks are the most worthy? And this comes to things like Apple, Microsoft, Google. These are just a few of the stocks that I own. And when I invest my money to there, I sit and I wait and I just simply watch my money multiply. I don't pull my money out of it because I'm invested, right? Literally invested. And because I'm invested in these stocks, I see them as worthy. The same thing will happen to you as well. If you see yourself, whether it's your career, your business, your relationships, your leisure time, even your personal health, if you see these as things as worthy, you will invest time and money into these areas. And when you do that, you will start to see that you are actually saying to yourself that you're worthy. And as you start to see yourself as worthy, guess what you start to do? You start to do things that are worthy things. In other words, you'll stop self-sabotaging because you made a commitment to yourself. But if you're not willing to invest in yourself, if you're not willing to put money in areas that you deem as valuable, it will be very hard for you to see yourself as worthy. So what I want you to do is ask yourself, what areas of my life, right? So what areas of your life are you willing to invest in? What things do you feel that matter to you that you're like, hey, you know what? This deserves a little bit more attention. This deserves a little bit more money. If you do that, you'll start to change how you see yourself. The second reason why you should invest in yourself is simply because your competition is not investing in themselves. When it comes to investing in yourself, the reason why we want to do this is because it is going to give you a lightning fast path to being able to accomplish your goals quicker than other people. Trust me when I say there are a lot of people that struggle with the idea of investing in themselves because of this scarcity mindset that they have. They believe that if they were to put $1,000 into themselves, they wouldn't take advantage of it. And as a result, it will be wasted. So going back to the idea of the stock market, they see themselves as a stock that is a little shaky. Maybe they see themselves as this penny stock that was listed overnight, right? A stock that's just not worthy. And if I saw myself as a stock that wasn't worthy, guess what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't put money towards it. It just doesn't make sense. But you have to ask yourself, what are you saying to yourself subconsciously? It seems like to me you're saying to yourself, you're just simply not worth it. And that is something that will hold you back. Now, going back to the idea of competition, there's a few things that can separate you from the other people that's in your field. And you can take this with whether it's entrepreneurship, people in the career field. So if you're trying to get some type of promotion, even if you're out there just simply trying to, whether it's buy real estate or, sell something, like whatever it is, when you put money towards yourself, it's going to help you to find the answers faster. Once you find these answers faster, you'll be able to multiply your success, multiply your speed, multiply certain processes that maybe you're needed to follow. Within my program, there are a lot of things that I learned that a lot of my friends, a lot of my peers, they just simply don't know. And they probably won't know these things until these strategies and these tactics are long gone, if you will. But that is the value of speed. When you're able to get from point A to point B quicker, guess what you can do now? You can get from point B to point C a lot quicker while people are still on their way to point A. One stat really that's very interesting to me is that most millionaires are created during points when there's an economic downfall. Okay, again, I'll say that. Most millionaires are created during times of an economic downfall, when the economy is not doing well. Why is that the case, right? Why is it that when the economy is doing well, not doing well, people are actually able to succeed and make more money than other people during that time? Well, the reason why is because they're prepared. They're prepared to take advantage of, let's say, these stocks, right? Literally, these stocks. So let's think about it like this. If you say, hey, I want to buy a Microsoft share, and right now at the time of this recording, Microsoft is about $410. If there was an economic downfall and Microsoft went down to, let's say, $250, and you had, let's say, thousands of dollars to invest, you'll be able to put your money in there at a rate that other people wouldn't be able to. And it may seem like a loss at the beginning, but what would happen over the course of time is that your money would double, quadruple, and just keep going on and on and on. But you have to be in a position to do that. That's why investing in yourself is so critical, because once you learn a skill set, there's going to be a time where you're called upon to use this skill set. And that's when you'll be able to outpace your competition. Main point number 3 as to why you should start investing in yourself. So here in South Florida and most major cities, you have something called the express lane, and then you have the regular lane. So for us here in South Florida, we have something called the turnpike. That is our version of the express lane. And what it is it's a lane that you can take, and it will get you from point A to point B a lot faster. But the only thing is that you have to pay. So for every few miles that you go, there's a little toll that will scan your license plate and basically bill you. So each of these may be $1.50, maybe $2, things like that. And the benefits of taking this, especially for myself, is that when I'm going to Miami, let's say I'm going to a Miami Heat game, I'm able to get there faster and avoid all the traffic that is on 95. And when I do that, I get to spend more valuable time at the game. I don't have to rush. I have time to stop at the concession stand. I can use the bathroom if I need to. But nonetheless, I'm able to get out of the way of all the rushing and all the people that are, trying to go to the same event. And I'm able to spend time there without feeling rushed, without a headache, not feeling frustrated, things like that. It is the exact same thing when it comes to your success. We want to put your success in the fast lane. And the way to do that is by paying for it. Now, here's the thing. You may say, I can do it myself. I don't have to pay. Well, here's the thing. You're actually right, believe it or not. You don't have to pay. But that goal that could have taken you 1 year may end up taking you 5 years. Maybe it takes you 20 years, or maybe it takes you a lifetime. And I think you would say, if you can accomplish your goal in a year versus 50 years, you would choose the 1 year route. There's a lot of people that are unfortunately late in their 80s, 90s, right? So their prime is past, and basically is what I'm trying to say. And they're just now accomplishing their goals, or they're looking back wishing that they took chances like investing in themselves in a program. And now they're living with all this regret, thinking what life could have been. And that's something that I think you would want to avoid. And the best way to avoid that is by paying to put your success in the fast lane. So this tip right here, I want you to know that by doing this, you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor a lot quicker. Just like when I go to a Heat game, I'm able to get there quicker and take my time there. I get to enjoy this experience that I've already paid for at a more calmer rate, peaceful rate, if you will, but also for a longer time. So guys, you got to invest in yourself. Main point number 4, so why you should start investing in yourself today, is that it puts you in the rooms where other successful people are. It gives you access to people that you may have not had access to before. When I joined my coaching program, I started to sit in rooms and Zoom meetings with people that are honestly making 7 figures and 8 figures. And when I come in there and I ask them questions, they're able to cut my time in half because they've already gone through this journey. So something that may have taken them 5 years to figure out may only take me 1 year, may only take me a few months. But that's because I put myself in that position to receive information from these high-level people. Now, here's the thing. It is the exact same thing for you. When you invest in yourself, you're getting access to the answers. You're getting access to the people. You're getting access to resources that maybe you didn't think was possible, right? That you didn't think was out there. For me, when I started to invest in myself, even using Upwork, investing in other people, right, to do work for me, they've given me really a lot of gems, a lot of resources, a lot of software that I didn't know exists. And it's really been able to help me to save energy, but also to save time. This is something that all people who are looking to be successful, looking to be happy, looking to be fulfilled, they all need to do this. I can't think of a successful person who doesn't invest in themselves or doesn't invest in a team. I don't know too many, let's say, happy and fulfilled people who are not investing in themselves, whether it's for leisure time or in their health, things like that. So do not hold on to your money, suffocating it, making it feel like, or making yourself feel like this last dollar that I have is the last dollar I'm ever going to make. I've literally sat with clients who have been making, let's say, $60,000 a year, invest in themselves, take chances, and double their income. It's going to happen for you guys, but you have to put yourself in position to do that. And that's what investing in yourself will do. So again, you should invest in yourself because it's going to give you access to the people and to the rooms. It's going to help you to find success a lot quicker. And here's another thing. I also add this. So when it comes to success, when it comes to accomplishing goals, there's a really great book called Who, Not How by Dan Sullivan. The purpose of this book is to show you that when you're getting to these high-level goals, you need to not focus on how to do something, but focus more so on who can do this thing. So, for example, with my podcast videos, I used to ask myself, how do I edit it? How do I make it, all fancy and engaging and things like that? But then I had to stop and ask myself, is that even my skill set? Do I have to learn this skill set? And the answer was no. The answer that I needed to be asking was who? Who is it that I can get to edit my podcast, do all the bells and whistles with it? And once I found those people, man, it has really been great. It's really taken a load off my shoulders. And it's the same thing for you guys. So focus on not the how, but it's the who. You can find the answers, yes, and you will find the people and the resources and all that stuff when you invest in yourself, but also focus on that who part. And main point number 5, and if you made it this far, that means that you absolutely love this podcast, which means that you should definitely subscribe to it. So main point number 5, the reason why you should invest in yourself is because you're telling your mind that you are serious about this commitment. Your mind has an ability to pull you back into what we call the comfort zone. This is the place where it's all comfort and cozy and it feels nice, it feels good. And the thing about that is, ironically, it is not good for you. And that may sound crazy, right? Like, oh man, it's called the comfort zone. Shouldn't I go there? And no, it's an illusion. It's a mirage. You're being hoodwinked, and I don't want you to fall for that. Your comfort zone is something that you develop and you grow. But as you grow that, you need to continue to start putting yourself into, let's say, new positions, new arenas, things that may make you sweat a little, make you feel a little anxious. And the reason why is because greatness and fulfillment lives outside of your comfort zone. And when you're investing in yourself and you're making that commitment, you're saying that this is something that I'm not willing to budge from. And the reason why is because you value money. One could also say, because you have a scarcity mindset, when you start to invest in yourself, you will actually take advantage of the coaching, or let's say the massages that you're getting, the health advice that you're getting, like whatever you're doing to invest in yourself. Because you have a scarcity mindset, you're not going to let this opportunity slip through your fingers. You're going to take advantage of everything that this coach, this professional, or even this experience has to offer. And that's something that I think a lot of people who have a scarcity mindset don't think about. They think, well, if I'm afraid to lose my money, I shouldn't invest it in the first place. When in actuality, you are the first person that should invest your money, because you're going to make sure you get every ounce of that experience, that coaching, whatever it is, out of it. So again, when you invest in yourself, you're telling your mind that you're serious about this commitment. Also, there's this thing called the sunk cost fallacy. And it's a real simple bias, if you will. Whenever you invest time, money, effort into a certain strategy, system, or thing, because you're invested in it for so long, you're going to stick with it, even if it's not working for you. Now, I'm not saying that what you're doing isn't working. What I'm saying is that when we invest time, money, and effort into a thing, we are likely to stick to it because we've invested that time, money, and effort into that thing. So if there's something that you want to take serious, prove it with your wallet. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and review these 5 reasons why you should invest in yourself. So the first one is that when you invest in yourself, you're telling yourself that you're worth it. You're increasing your self-worth and your self-esteem. The second reason why you should invest in yourself is because your competition isn't investing in themselves, and you'll be able to leapfrog them no problem. The third reason why you should invest in yourself is because it will put your success in the fast lane. Let's get out of the slow lane and get in the fast lane. Let's get into that express lane and get to our goals a lot quicker than maybe we originally thought. The fourth reason why you should invest in yourself is because it will give you access to the rooms and the people that you didn't have access to before. And then the fifth reason why you should invest in yourself is because you're telling your mind that you're serious about this commitment. So with that being said, thank you for checking out this podcast. My name is Coach Wells, and I'm a licensed therapist, and I'll see you later.